Welcome to my yoga. I'm Nicole, and this is your yoga practice focused on building strength and stability. For our practice today, we're going to start down on our mats in Supta Baddha Konasana. So taking a moment to make your way onto your back. We're going to bring the soles of our feet together, outer edges resting against the earth, and just letting the legs start to fall open. Please feel free to support yourself with cushions underneath the legs if needed. Take a moment to shimmy the shoulders underneath you. A little tuck to the chin so there's length in the back of the neck. We're going to place one hand on our heart center, opposite hand on your belly. Just slowly starting to connect with the breath's movement beneath your hands. Slowly start to lengthen inhales and exhales. And notice with each breath how the hands begin to lift and fill. With every exhale, they soften and fall. Let your breath begin to draw deeper and deeper into your lungs. Feel the broadening, the expanding of your rib cage beneath your hands. Begin now to fill up and empty out completely. Feeling the connection with each breath in and each breath out. Your awareness resting in this present moment. Begin to transition now into your Ujjayi Breath, bringing a gentle constriction to the front of your throat, using the same muscles you do to whisper. Follow now the sound and gentle vibration of inhales and exhales. Feel the inhales filling you up completely. Every exhale inviting in calm. Begin to draw now gentle movement into the fingers. As you inhale, extending the biceps by the ears. Just lengthening, taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the hands to either sides of the legs, slowly drawing the knees together. With your next breath out, bring the knees into the chest. Soften the belly, relax the shoulders back. Now as you breathe in, we're going to send that right leg straight up to the sky. As you exhale, interlace the fingers on that left shin. Big breath in, let the shoulders roll back. As you exhale, squeeze left knee towards left shoulder. One more breath here, inhale. And as you exhale, squeeze that left knee in deeply. And we're going to inhale now, slow and controlled, using strength in the abdominals, releasing that right leg down onto the mat. Keeping it strong, pushing through the heel of the foot. Now as you inhale, send your left leg straight up to the sky, push through that heel, interlacing the fingers on your left hamstring. Let this left hip sink down into the floor. As you breathe in, your shoulders roll back. If you'd like to move a little bit deeper, drawing on the leg as you exhale, letting the toes move back behind you. Pull the navel into spine as you breathe out. One more deep breath in here. With your exhale now, bending right knee, bring the sole of that foot to the floor. Breathe in. I'm going to cross the left ankle over right knee now, moving into your hip stretch. Feel that left thigh drawing away from you. Left ankle is strong and straight. If you'd like to move a little bit deeper, draw that right thigh in, interlacing the fingers on the hamstring or on the shin. Keep the shoulders back and down. Breathing deeply into that left side. Imagine with each exhale, that left hip sinking down towards the earth. Take one more big breath here. Good. Keeping the right knee into the chest if it's there. If you're looking for more, as you inhale, reach your arms up, bring the palms of the hands into prayer. With your exhale, bend the elbows, reach to that space you've created, lift head and shoulders, hooking your forearms onto your left calf. As you breathe in, extending out through that right leg, letting the heel hover just off of the earth. Roll the shoulders back, lift up through the chest, fire up your abdominals. If this is too much, you can always release back down. If you're lifted up, feel that left hip drawing away from you. Take one more breath in. Exhale, slowly release. Bring both knees into the chest. Relax the head, the shoulders, soften your belly. Take a breath here. Empty out completely with your exhale. Inhale now. Left leg goes straight up to the sky. Interlace your fingers on your right knee. Breathe in, shoulders back. As you exhale, compressing right thigh in. Inhale, the knee moves away. Exhale, squeeze in deeper. Now as you breathe in, keep those abdominals strong, slow and controlled. Lower that left heel down onto the earth, but keep the legs strong. Next breath in, send right leg straight up to the sky. Exhale to interlace the fingers on the hamstring. Feel that action, leg pushing into hands, hands pulling back onto the leg. If you're looking for more here, as you breathe out, draw on right hamstring, let the toes move back behind you. Deep breath in. Exhaling, bending left knee, sole of the foot to the floor. Take another breath. And then crossing that right ankle over left knee, moving into your hip stretch. Ankle stays strong, looks like you're standing on it, protecting the joints. Option to bring the left thigh into the chest. If you're bringing that left knee in, line it up with left shoulder. Direct the breath into your right hip. Invite space as you inhale. Softness, calm as you exhale. Those of you looking for more as you inhale, reaching the palms and the hands up, bring them into prayer. Exhale, bend at your elbows, reach to that space you've created, lift the head and the shoulders, hooking your forearms onto your right calf. Inhale, left leg straighten out, it's strong, heels hovering off the earth. Keep pulling the shoulders back, abdominals are strong, supporting you here. 2 more breaths. Feel right hip drawing away from you. Inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Bring both knees into the chest. Release the head and the shoulders down. Breathe in. Now as you exhale, slide the hands behind the knees. We're going to start to rock forward and back on the spine. If this is not comfortable for you, you can make your way onto your side and up to seated. If you are rocking forward and back, next breath in, come all the way up. Cross your ankles. Place the hands down onto the earth. As you inhale, step back with one leg and then with the other coming into your high plank. Take another deep breath in, centered and strong. Exhale, draw your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Step the feet in as you need to. Strong foundation in the hands, spreading the fingers wide. Feels like you're pushing the floor away from you. Feel free to bend into one knee and then the other. Just allowing the legs to open up a little bit more. Wherever you are, let the neck release. Ears are in line with biceps. You're either gazing at the navel or in between the feet. If you're moving here now, release that movement. Just let the heels begin to sink towards the earth. Take another breath. You're going to inhale, bend the knees deeply, look between the hands. As you exhale, step or walk to the top of your mat, feet hip distance apart. Take a deep breath and lengthen into your flat back. As you exhale, find your forward fold, bend into the knees, let the belly come to the thighs, tucking the chin. Full breath here. Hollow your belly as you exhale. Inhale, lengthen to your flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Come all the way up to standing, big breath, reach, rise, let it lift you. Exhale, bring the palms of your hands to prayer at heart center. Breathe in, heel toe, your feet a little bit wider than the hips. Toes come out to 45 degrees, we're moving into our squat. Pull the belly in, scoop your tail under, deep breath in. As you exhale, bend into the knees, bringing yourself down. Now, if it's not available for you to get the elbows to the insides of the knees, bring the hands onto the earth or onto supports. If it is available, thumbs come towards the heart, lengthening the spine, lifting the chest as you breathe in. Feel both feet firmly rooting into the earth as you breathe out. Good, one more breath here. Exhale, release the hands to the earth. Inhale to lift up the hips. Heel toe your feet in as you exhale. Deep breath in, lengthen to your flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to a high plank. Center, deep breath in here. Drop the knees if you wish. As you exhale, lower with control, elbows brush the ribs. Inhale, tops of your feet to the floor, lifting to upward facing dog or cobra. As you exhale, draw your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Find your center. Feel your breath. Let the heels release. Remember, you can always have a bend in the knees. And it doesn't matter if the heels are coming all the way down to the earth or not. Deep breath here. And on your inhale now, we're going to lift that right leg up. Let your left heel just sink to the floor with your exhale. Take a deep breath in. Exhale now, bring the right foot in between your hands. Help it along as you need to. Breathe in, lengthen the spine, come up onto the tips of the fingers. Let the shoulders slide back and down. Take another breath here. As you exhale, fire up the abdominals. We're going to inhale, bring the arms out beside us, palms facing the earth, sliding the shoulders back. Feel your inner thighs squeezing together, right hip pulling back, left drawing forward. Breathe in. And as you exhale now, release the fingertips to the floor. Lengthen. Then we're going to drop that left knee down onto the earth behind your left hip. Coming into our hamstring stretch, come onto that right heel. Begin to lengthen the leg, walking the hands underneath the shoulders, using supports as you need to. Check out your toes, baby toe in line with big toe. Deep breath, pull the shoulders back, open your heart up. If you wish, as you exhale, maybe rounding and folding into that right side. Hollow the belly out. Take one more breath. Let's inhale, lengthen the spine, look up. Exhale, bend back into your right knee. We're going to lift up that left leg as you breathe in. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Bring big toes to touch, heels apart. Lengthen to your flat back as you breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, rise. Exhale, hands coming to heart center. As you inhale, bring the hands onto the hips. We're going to root down through that right foot with your exhale. Inhale, left knee lifts up hip height. As you exhale, left foot steps to the outside of right, baby toes to touch if you can. Square your hips, take a deep breath and lift the heart, lengthen. As you exhale, hinging at the hips and beginning to fold forward. Now, if the floor is too far away from you, please feel free to use supports, perhaps blocks to bring it up to you. Now, notice the alignment of that right foot, the back foot. Try to draw the hips so they stack right on top of the ankles, evening the weight out into that right foot. If you wish to, rounding deeply and folding. And feel the hips lifting up as you breathe in. Tucking the chin, belly hollows as you breathe out. Last one here. Inhale, lengthen to your flat back. Fire up the abdominals. Exhale, bring the hands to the hips. As you breathe in, rise all the way up. Exhale, uncross the legs, big toes to touch, heels apart. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen to flat back as you breathe in. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to high plank. Next inhale here, lengthen, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, lower slowly, coming to a hover if that's available. Inhale, tops of the feet down, legs strong. Downward facing dog, exhale. And let the tongue fall from the roof of your mouth. Feel the shoulders sliding back and down, hips lifting. Deep breath here. Inhaling, left leg lifts up, strong and straight, toes face the floor. Let your right heel sink with the exhale. Breathe in. Exhale, now left foot comes in between the hands. Coming onto the tips of the fingers or onto supports, breathing in as you lengthen the spine. Feel the shoulders sliding back and down, another breath in. Now as you exhale, fire up those abdominals. Inhale, belly lifts off the thighs, arms down beside you, palms facing the earth. Feel that straight line from the back heel to the crown of the head. Feel your strength here. Take one more breath. Good. Exhale, release the hands to the earth. Breathe in again. And release right knee down onto the mat behind the right hip. Hamstring stretch onto that left heel. Lengthening out, hands come underneath the shoulders. Square your hips, open the heart. Option to round and fold if that serves. Keeping baby toe in line with big toe. And if you're really tight today and you're not able to get the leg completely straight, don't worry about it. Just breathe into where you are in this moment. Last breath here. Good. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look up. Exhale, bend back into left knee. As you inhale, lifting up right leg. Exhale, top of the mat, big toes to touch, heels apart. Find your flat back as you inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Breathe in, root down, rise up. Hands to heart center as you breathe out. Inhale, bring the hands onto the hips. Rooting down through left foot as you exhale. Take a breath, lift that right knee up, hip height, abdominals strong. Exhale, baby toes to touch if that's available, otherwise the foot is out in front a little bit. Squeeze your inner thighs together, square your hips, lift the heart. Exhale, begin to fold. Again, using those supports as needed. Noticing where the weight is in that left foot. If it's resting mostly in the heel, see if you can adjust, drawing it forward. Maybe releasing the upper body completely, tucking the chin. Just breathe from the sole of your left foot right into the hip. Let the exhales bring calm. Last one here. Inhaling, lengthening to your flat back, abdominals strong. Hands onto the hips as you exhale. Breathe in, rise up. Exhale, big toes to touch, heels apart, strong legs. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen, flat back, inhale. High plank, exhale. Hold here, breathe in, lengthen. Use the knees if you need to. Chaturanga, exhale, elbows in. Inhale, tops of the feet down, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Now take a few breaths here, walk it out if you need to. If there's a lot of tension in the neck or in the shoulders, a gentle turn of the head from side to side will help that to release. And one more breath. As you inhale, bend the knees, look between your hands. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Big toes touch, heels apart. Breathe in, lengthen to your flat back. As you exhale, forward fold. Then come all the way up, rise, reach, lift. Exhale, forward fold, flowing through. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to high plank and hold. Breathe in here. As you exhale, moving into side plank on the right side, either coming to the outer edges of the feet, or if that's too much, releasing right knee underneath right hip. Choose the option that serves you best here. Those of you that would like to move deeper, coming into your side body stretch, sweeping the left arm overhead, palm down. Feel the abdominals engaging, that left hip lifting up towards the sky. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, left hand releases. Center yourself as you breathe in. Exhale, side plank, left side. Choose the option that serves you. You can always modify with the knee down onto the earth. Imagine a string attached to that right hip, lifting it up to the sky. Exhaling to bring the arm overhead, palm down if you wish. Allowing the shoulders to soften. Good, breathe in, fill up here. Exhale, right hand releases. Center as you inhale. Lower slowly, exhale. Breathe in, upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, exhale. Find your center. Follow your breath. Taking one more here. Inhaling now, right leg lifts. As you exhale, bring right foot in between the hands. We're moving to warrior one. Take that back foot, turn it to 45 degrees flat on the floor. As you inhale, rise up. Now take your time here to find your center. You want to square the hips to the front of the room, but making sure that that back foot is firmly rooted flat on the floor. If you need to, you can always step the back foot out or perhaps in a little bit. Draw the navel in, scoop the tail under, and then option to bring the gaze up to the sky. Feel your breath here. Notice how the inhales lighten and lift the upper body. Feet rooting down, feel yourself strong and centered as you exhale. Breathe in. Now as you exhale, bring the arms back behind you, interlace fingers or grab forearms. Feel the shoulder blades squeezing together, sliding down the back. Option to bring the gaze up to the sky if that serves. Remembering to keep the lower rib cage contained. Good. Inhale now, arms sweeping back up to the sky. Soften the shoulders with your exhale. Root down through right foot. Inhale, back heel lifts up. As you exhale, stepping to the top of the mat, big toes touch, heels apart. Breathe in. Sit back into your chair as you breathe out. Knees pulling back, belly and tail under. Gaze down, make sure you can see your big toes. Breathe. If you're looking for more, sink deeper into your chair. Good. Inhale here. As you exhale, release the hands to the earth and fold forward. Find your flat back inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to high plank. Deep breath in, centered, strong. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. 3 breaths. Feel every inhale lengthening the spine and lifting the hips. Empty out completely. Inhaling, left leg lifts up. Exhale, left foot comes in between the hands. Lengthen as you breathe in. Back foot flat on the floor, 45 degrees. Rise on an inhale, warrior one. Taking your time once again to square the hips, finding that strong foundation in the feet. Belly in, tail under. Breathe strength into your warrior pose. As you exhale now, arms back behind you, interlace fingers or grab forearms. Feel the shoulder blades drawing together, sliding down the back. You can keep the chin into chest, maybe bringing the gaze to the sky, coming into a back bend. Notice that rooting down through outer edge of back foot, baby toe and heel. Last breath here. Inhale, arms sweep back up to the sky. Relax the shoulders as you exhale. Inhale, back heel lifts, both feet face forward now. As you exhale, top of the mat, big toes touch, heels apart. Breathe in, engage the abdominals, lift the chest. Sit back into your chair as you exhale. Find that alignment, weight in the heels, big toes visible when you gaze down. Option to have the arms out in front of the body if that feels better. One more breath. Maybe sink deeper. Inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Find your flat back as you breathe in. Exhale, plant the hands, high plank. Inhale, centered and strong. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. And relax the jaw. Let your heels release towards the earth. Deep breath here. Good. Empty out completely. On your inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right foot plants in between the hands. Lengthen. We're back to warrior one, back foot 45 degrees, root down, rise up as you breathe in. Find your center, square the hips, relax your shoulders. Good, take a big breath, feel the upper body lightening. Then as you exhale, bring the arms behind you, interlace fingers, grab forearms, or reverse prayer. As you breathe in now, start to straighten out your right leg, making sure the knee doesn't lock. Feel free to step that back foot in if you need more support. Inhale. Exhale, folding forward, draw your heart towards your right baby toe. Option to tuck the chin. Take one more breath here. Inhale, lengthen the spine, find a flat back. As you exhale, release your hands to the earth or to supports, folding even deeper. Checking in with that back foot, making sure the foot is firmly rooted on the floor. If it's lifting up at all, step it in. If you're looking for more, turn the fingertips to face the wall behind you. Walking the hands back will get you there. Feel the squaring of the hips as you exhale. Last breath here. Inhale, hands under shoulders. Lengthen, find your flat back. Now fire up those abdominals, draw the hands onto the shins. See if you can get even taller through the spine. Feel right hip pulling back in line with left. Deep breath here. And as you exhale, bend into front knee. Release the hands, step to the top of the mat, toes to touch, heels apart. Find your flat back as you inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips. Inhale, bring the biceps by the ears into your chair pose. Take one more breath in. Now as you exhale, bring the palms of your hands to prayer at heart center. Keep the inner thighs squeezing, lengthen. Belly to the thighs now, right elbow, left leg. Check the alignment of the knees, pull the shoulders back, and as you exhale, belly in into the left to twist. Option to bring the gaze up towards the sky. See if you can drop those hips down a little bit lower, breathe in. Exhale, release, forward fold. Find your flat back as you inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to high plank. Breathe in here. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. And every inhale, inviting space. Every exhale, calm and ease. And inhaling now, left leg lifts. Bringing that foot in between the hands as you exhale. Right foot pivots flat on the floor, 45 degrees. Rise up as you breathe in. Find your strength and center here. Belly in, tail under. Feel the feet firmly rooted on the earth. Breathe in. Exhale, arms back behind you. Interlace fingers, grab forearms, or reverse prayer. As you inhale, begin to lengthen out that left leg. Option to step the back foot in as needed. Breathe in, find that tall spine, strong abdominals. As you exhale, folding forward, your heart is moving towards left baby toe. Squeeze the inner thighs together, take a full breath. Now lengthen to flat back as you breathe in. Exhale, release the hands to the earth, folding deeper. Keep rooting down through that back foot. Right hip drawing forward, left back. 2 more breaths. Inhale, hands under the shoulders, lengthen, look up. As you exhale, step to the top of the mat, big toes touch, heels apart. Find your flat back, breathing in. Bend into the knees, sink the hips as you breathe out. Chair pose, inhale. Relax your shoulders back. Now bring the palms of your hands to prayer at heart center, lengthen the spine. Exhale, belly comes to the thighs, left elbow to right. Push the hands together, square the hips, belly in and to the right to twist and ring out. See if you can drop the hips with each exhale, let the weight sink into the heels. Good, last breath in here. Exhale, release and fold forward. Inhale, find your flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, high plank. Inhale, centered and strong. Exhale, lower. Good, breathe in, lift, open your heart. Downward facing dog, exhale. Pedal it out if you need to. Use each breath out as an opportunity to let go. There's no judgments, no expectations. Just you and your breath. Taking one more here. Inhaling, right leg left, strong and straight. And as you exhale, bring right foot in between your hands. Lengthen the spine, breathe in. Good, as you exhale now, back foot 45 degrees. We're back to our warrior one. Root down and rise up. Soften the shoulders, square the hips. Inhale. And now as you exhale, eagle arms, sweeping left underneath right. Hook the elbows, hook the hands. Lift the elbows up in line with the shoulders, draw the hands away from the face. Feel the shoulder blades sliding back and down. Deep breaths here. If you're looking to move deeper, maybe reaching up through the fingertips, taking this into a back bend. Wherever you are, navel in, tail under. Keep the back of the neck long. Good, take one more big breath in. As you exhale, unwrap your arms. Inhale, reach them up, biceps by the ears. As you exhale now, rooting down through right foot. We're going to inhale, lift up that back heel, both feet facing forward. As you exhale, sweep the arms down beside you, finding that straight line once again from the back heel to the crown of the head. Pull the belly in, square the hips, right hip back, left forward. Feel the strength in your back leg. Deep breath here. Note as you exhale now, bring the fingertips down onto the earth. Lengthen, look forward, rooting down through right foot. Good, next breath in, lift that left leg up, hip height to hover. Take another inhale, find length in the spine. Forward fold, exhale. Breathe in, find your flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Come all the way up, reach and rise, breath lifts. Exhale, fold forward, release, let go. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank, deep breath here. Exhale to lower. Inhale, strong legs, lift the heart. Downward facing dog, exhale. Last breath here. Empty out completely. Inhale, left leg lifts up. Exhale, slowly step it in between the hands, take your time. Right foot 45 degrees, warrior one, inhale, rise. Relax the shoulders, find your center, your strength and stability. Now as you breathe out, eagle arms, right under left, hook elbows, hook hands. Hands are away from the face, elbows in line with shoulders. Feel the blades drawing together on the back and down. Forearms pushing away from you. Feel free to take this into a back bend if you wish. But as you exhale now, unwrap, bring the gaze back to center. Sweep the arms up as you breathe in. Left foot roots down with your exhale. We're going to inhale, right heel lifts so you're centered and squared. Exhale, arms bound beside you. Palms facing the earth. Slide those shoulders back as you reach to the tips of the fingers. Feel that straight line, back heel to the crown of the head. Good. Breathe strength into your body. One more inhale here. Exhale, fingertips to the floor. Breathe in, look forward. Push that left foot down as you exhale. Now inhale, lift right leg up, hip height. Hold, abdominals strong. Try to get really tall and long. Inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold. Good, all the way up, big breath, rise, let it lift and fill you. Exhale, fold. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step to high plank. Breathe in, shoulders back, neck is long. Lower exhale. Inhale. Exhale back. And notice if you're holding tension in the muscles in your face, allowing that to be released as you breathe out. 2 more breaths here. Good, we're going to inhale now, bend the knees, look between the hands. Exhale, step to the top of the mat, big toes touch, heels apart. Find a flat back as you inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Push down through the feet, squeeze the legs together, rise as you breathe in. And as you exhale, palms of the hands to prayer at heart center. We're going to inhale now, bring the arms out. Shoulder height, thumbs facing the sky. As you exhale, engage your abdominals, shoulders back and down. Eagle. Let's cross the right arm underneath the left. Hook the elbows, hook the hands. Relax the shoulders back and down. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale now, start to root down through that right foot. Inhale, left knee lifts up, hip height. As you exhale, crossing left leg over right, deep bend in that right knee. And don't worry about tucking the toes. You can just let them point towards the floor, maybe resting on support if you wish. Draw the forearms away from the face. Feel the shoulders stacking on top of the hips. Breathe. As you exhale, squeeze your inner thighs together. It will center and strengthen you. Good. Take one more deep breath in. Keep the arms as they are. As you exhale, uncross that left leg. Inhale, send it back behind you. Warrior 3 with eagle arms. Feel free to bring the fingertips down to the earth if you need to. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Left toes face the floor. Body is strong, tall. Take one more deep breath in. As you exhale, unwrap your arms, fingertips to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, right knee bend, step left leg back to lunge. Breathe in, rise up, lift. Exhale, soften the shoulders. Take one more breath in here. Good, as you exhale now, bring the hands onto the hips. We're going to inhale to straighten out that right leg, make sure the knee doesn't lock. Exhale, flip your feet, wide-legged forward fold. Adjust your feet now so that they're pigeon-toed, heels wider than baby toes. Take a deep breath in, lengthen the spine, lift the heart. As you exhale, slowly begin to fold. Release the hands down to the floor to supports. Take the hips, stack them right on top of the ankles. Those of you that wish to, you're welcome to fold a little bit deeper, perhaps walking the hands in line with the arches of the feet, maybe grabbing ankles or big toes. 2 more breaths. And now take an inhale, lengthen the spine, open the heart. As you exhale, everything turns to the right, so you're coming back into your lunge here. Breathe in, center. Exhale, 3-legged dog. Send that right leg back behind you. Let your left heel sink now. Breathe in. Releasing, right foot to the earth as you breathe out. Good, soften the shoulders, head is heavy. 2 more breaths. Inhale, bend the knees, look between the hands. With your exhale, step or walk to the top of the mat. Toes touch, heels apart. Lengthen to flat back as you inhale. Exhale, fold, hollow the belly, tuck the chin. Then rise up, squeeze the legs together, you're strong. Hands to heart center as you exhale. And we're going to breathe in now, bring the arms out in front of the body once again. Thumbs facing the sky, relaxing shoulders. Eagle arms. As you exhale, we're going to cross the left arm underneath the right. Hook elbows, hook hands. Right under left. Hands away from the face, lift the chest, relax the shoulders back and down. Deep breath here. Start to root down through that left foot. When you're ready, right knee lifts. Crossing that leg over, tucking the toes if that's available, perhaps just pointing them if that feels better for the body. Breathe here. Every exhale, everything pulls to center, belly in, shoulders down. Feel the forearms pushing away from you. Deep breath. Good, last one here, lengthen. As you exhale, slowly uncrossing that right leg. Send it back behind you as you inhale, warrior three. Feel free to release the arms if you need to. Feel the shoulders pulling back, your right toes face the earth. Inner thighs are squeezing together here. Breathe. Good, one more inhale. As you exhale, release the hands to the earth. Breathe in. Left knee bends, right leg steps back to lunge as you breathe out. Rise up, inhale, use the breath to lift you. Push through that back heel, square the hips, engage the abdominals. Big breaths, you're centered, you're stable and strong. Take one more inhale. Let's bring the hands onto the hips as you exhale. Slowly start to straighten out left leg, make sure the knee doesn't lock, then flip the feet as you breathe out. Adjust heels wider than baby toes, lengthen as you inhale, coming forward into your forward fold as you exhale. If it's available, feel free to grab your big toes or your ankles. And noticing as you breathe in that lifting up through the hips, like the inner thighs, or the fronts of the thighs rather, are drawing inwards, internally rotating. The last breath here. Use your inhale to start to lengthen. With your exhale, everything's going to turn to the left. You're back into your lunge. Breathe into center. Three-legged dog. Exhale. Left leg's back behind you. Sink right heel. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Let's take one breath. Inhale forward to high plank. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Good. Inhale forward to your high plank. Exhale to lower. Lift as you breathe in, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Now relax your jaw, let the heels sink. Inhale, now bend the knees, look between the hands. Exhale to the top of the mat. Breathe in, lengthen to your flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Come all the way up, rise, reach, breath lifts you, back bend here if you wish. Exhale, fold forward. We're going to find your flat back as you breathe in. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to high plank. Centering, inhale here. Lower, exhale. Last flow, inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Let the heels sink and release. And we're going to inhale, lifting right leg up. Moving into pigeon as you exhale, right knee to right wrist. Let the shin lay down onto the mat, left knee releases. If this pose is not available to you, you can always come onto your back and to thread the needle like we did earlier. Those of you in pigeon, walk that left leg back. Gently press the top of the foot into the floor, leg and ankle straight, and come up onto the tips of your fingers. Square your hips, squeeze the inner thighs together, and draw the tailbone down towards that back heel. Notice the lift in the heart and the length in the spine. Take one more breath. Now, as you exhale, if you wish, begin to walk yourself forward, releasing yourself into your sleeping pigeon. Notice the straighter the spine, the more engagement in the stretch, engagement you will have. Good, one more breath here. As you inhale, now slowly start to transition yourself back up onto your hands. With your exhale, curl the back toe under, lift your hips to downward facing dog. One breath. Sink your heels with your exhale. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee, left wrist. Shin on the mat, right knee releases. Walking that right leg back. Top of the foot to the floor, make sure leg and ankle straight. And then take a breath in, lift your heart up, open up. Feel those inner thighs squeezing together, belly in, tail to the heels. So we're engaged in this stretch. Take one more breath in. You can stay here, or if you wish to, begin to release yourself into sleeping pigeon. Now let the shoulders draw away from the ears. Use your exhales to surrender. A last breath. Now let's inhale slowly, start to bring yourself back up. Root down through the hands with your exhale, back to downward facing dog. Good, take a breath here. Sink the heels to the earth as you breathe out. Inhale. And on your exhale now, release the knees down onto the mat. We're going to move the feet out of the way and bring your bottom down onto the floor. We're going to come right down onto our backs, but we're going to set up for bridge pose before we do. Have your feet parallel to each other, hip distance apart. Feel the feet firmly rooted into the floor, and then scoot your bottom as close to the heels as you can. Keep the feet in the same place and begin to release yourself down. This will usually be the perfect alignment for your bridge pose. Knees right on top of ankles, feet parallel, hip distance apart. Bring the arms down beside you, push the palms of the hands into the floor, a little tuck to the chin. Root down through the feet. Now as you inhale, lift the hips, belly and tail under. Lifting up even higher if that feels okay. Option, walking the shoulders underneath you, interlacing fingers, pinky fingers pushing into the floor. Feel the shins drawing forward. It will even the weight out to the feet. And even though the legs are separated, there's tension in the inner thighs. Invite the breath into your heart center. Good. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, slowly release the arms, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Once you're there, gently draw both knees into the chest. Bring the inner thighs together, breathe in. Exhale, lift the head and the shoulders, nose to the knees, rounding the spine here. Hollow your belly, thighs compress in as you exhale. Inhale, head, shoulders, soles of the feet release. So we're keeping the feet, walking them hip distance apart. As you inhale, bring your arms out shoulder height, option to come into cactus. With your exhale, let the knees fall to the right side of your mat. Now for this twist, adjust however you need to. Stacking the knees on top of each other will be gentler for the spine. Option to bring the gaze over left shoulder, 2 more breaths. Inhaling, knees back to center, gaze back to center. Exhale, let the knees fall to the opposite side. Let's follow the flow of the breath. Feel the shoulders melting with each exhale. Option to draw the gaze over right shoulder. Inhale, bringing the knees back to center. With your exhale, draw them into the chest one last time. Relax the belly, let the legs separate. And then I invite you to bring some movement in here. You can rock from side to side, maybe circling the hips and the sockets. Just using this as a final release for the spine, for the back of the body. Take one more breath. As you exhale, release the soles of the feet to the floor. Inhale, now we're going to extend out through the legs and bring them mat distance apart, but we want the legs strong, pushing out through the heels of the feet, toes drawing towards you. We're going to come into a nice side body stretch. As you inhale, extend the biceps by the ears, bring the hands mat distance apart. Now with your exhale, cross right ankle over left. Take left hand and bring right hand into it. So you're grabbing a hold of that right wrist with your left hand. Notice the arc in the side of the body, almost like a banana shape. Relax your shoulders, breathe deeply into right side. As you exhale, squeeze the legs together, draw the belly into spine. One more breath. And inhale, we're going to release the hands, release the legs so you're mat distance apart. Exhale, left ankle crosses over right. Left hand into right. So you're grabbing left wrist, breathe into that left side. Belly in, gently squeeze the legs together. Take one more breath. And as you exhale, uncross, release. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knees into the chest. Wrap the arms around the legs, soften the belly. Take another breath. Go ahead and lift the head and the shoulders. Give yourself a great big hug as you exhale. Next breath in, release. Head, shoulders, soles of the feet to the floor. Beginning to slowly and mindfully transition yourself into your final Shavasana, your final resting pose. Taking your time to find that position that feels best for your body. And just beginning to let go of all of the effort, of all of the action. Begin to let go of your control over the breath. Just feel your body releasing, sinking into the earth beneath you. Resting centered and supported. Perfect in this moment, just as you are. Very gently, drawing your awareness back. Come back to your breath. Back to this moment. Begin to wiggle fingers and toes. Gently turning the head from side to side. Bending the knees, soles of the feet coming onto the earth. Now as you breathe in, bring your left bicep by your ear, resting it on the mat. With your next exhale, make your way over onto that side, using the arm as your pillow. Let's take a breath or two here. Now as you inhale slowly and mindfully, please take your time. Begin to transition yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Any position that you want to take. Finding a tall spine. Bring the palms of your hands to prayer at your heart center. Closing the eyes and bowing the head. Taking this opportunity to acknowledge how very different you are, body, mind, and spirit, from when you began your practice such a short time ago. Thanking yourself for all of the change that you've cultivated inside and out. And thanking you for this opportunity to connect with your strength, with your stability. Remembering that the earth is always there to support, to hold you. Namaste.